Imagine you work on a farm, but instead of tending to crops and animals, you tend to decomposing corpses. Hi, my name is Jenna Gaines, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a different kind of farm, a body farm. As someone who is extremely fascinated by the human body in all its shapes and forms that are alive, I'm very excited to share with you what a body farm is, as well as discuss the multiple educational and forensic purposes they serve. A body farm is a common term for an anthropological research facility, or ARF for short. It is an outdoor lab where real human corpses are exposed to a variety of different stimulus to better understand the human body during decomposition. These outdoor labs have a variety of different donated cadavers placed into different scenarios, such as a buried body, a body placed in direct sunlight as opposed to being placed in the shade, a body covered with netting to prevent scavenging, as opposed to a body left in the open, where it is exposed to scavengers. All of these different factors have different ways in which they affect the body during decomposition, and the purpose these facilities serve is to observe the human body through the stages of decomposition and to test how the elements affect the rates and stages of decomposition. So, now that you know what a body farm is, I'm going to be sharing a brief history of these facilities. There are 7 body farms total in the US, and a dozen globally, or less than a dozen globally. The first body farm was the University of Tennessee Anthropological Research. This body farm was the first, and it was founded in the early 80s by Bill Bass. According to Reen and Ebersole in their article Exploring Body Farms, the idea of a body farm came from detectives being unable to determine how long a body, after it was found, has been dead for, because there was no research on the time that could give an answer. This gave Bill Bass an idea. Bill Bass was an anthropological professor at the university, and they had an open space behind the university where he decided to open the first body farm and bring in donated cadavers to experiment and study them so that they could create new evidence and research on the body during decomposition to help law enforcement and also just to better understand the human body. So this is Bill Bass right here, and it was the first one was the University of Anthropological Research. It was founded in the late 80s, and the purpose was the main purpose was that it was very difficult to tell how long a body has been dead, so he opened it with the purpose of better understanding the body during decomposition. So, body farms serve a variety of purposes. They serve to provide research on decomposition rates, and this research can be used to advance our understanding of the human body and provide educational opportunities and help law enforcement in solving crime. According to Tom Sheave, in his article on how body farms work, body farms teach scientists how to tell how long a body has been deceased by testing the soil acidity for leaked fluids. Depending on what fluids they find post-mortem, a scientist can tell what phase of decomposition the body is in, and thus how long it has been deceased. In addition to finding out how long something has been dead, students and scientists can learn the effects of weather and the environment on bodies. For example, hot climates tend to increase the rate of decomposition, while cold climates tend to slow the rates of decomposition. Other factors include animal scavenging. If a body has larger bones scattered across, it has been deceased longer than a body with only smaller bones scattered across, because animals tend to go for smaller bones first and larger bones later. Scientists can tell a body has been deceased longer if larger bones have been scattered as opposed to the smaller bones. So, there are a couple of ways body farms advance biological science while also providing hands-on learning experience for students. In addition to educational purposes, body farms are assisting law enforcement in solving even the most puzzling, sought-after mysteries. All use, as I said previously, assists law enforcement in understanding a crime scene, figuring out how long someone has been dead, and helping find who is responsible. In a video produced by Grace Tobin, a case in southeast Texas arises when a collection of charred bones are found in the woods. Upon examination of the remains and a reconstruction of parts of the skeleton, as you can see here, as you can see here, after they reconstructed the skeleton, it was apparent that the body had been placed post-mortem into the metal can, which they found it in the woods, and then covered in lighter fluid and lit on fire. This led police straight to the murderer, who led to the victim who had hit the victim with a hammer before placing them in the can and lighting it on fire. But forensic scientist Joan Bidaway wanted solid proof this is what occurred. So she recreated the murder scene at a body farm. She did two trials where she placed two cadavers post-mortem into cans and then covered them in lighter fluid and lit them on fire. And the results were exactly what happened to were almost identical to the skeleton found in the woods. The thigh bones came off the same way, and the bones of the body melted, or not melted, they burned and broke apart in a similar way as the body found in the woods. The results were exactly the same, and so Bidaway was sure that the skeleton the murderer had placed the victim in was in a similar situation to how she had done it on the body farm, thus proving the police officer's case and putting the murderer in jail, sentenced to be behind bars. It was Bidaway's work on the body farm that successfully placed this murderer in jail. This case is one of many ways body farms are helping solve crimes, and with time they will grow and develop to further our biological understanding of the human body and solve more puzzling crimes and mysteries. Thank you for listening. And here are my sources. You can't really see them.